sweet home, own sweet home. I dream of my own sweet home. Right here, right now, Amit Inamdar will show you how. Call Amit and you are set. Or just visit ownsweethome.net.
DRE license number 013555522 and NMLS number 236574.
Hello, welcome Power Hour listeners. This is RJ Renuka. Happy Friday. How is your day going? Today we have another exciting show with Amit Inamdar. You are going to get the power pack 30 minutes of information on 10 mistakes sellers make when selling a home. We always welcome you to text us at 415-234-HOME to get your question answered on the radio. For the past radio show archives, just go to Amit's website, ownsweethome.net, and you can always find Amit Inamdar just by searching his name on Google. So, hello Amit and welcome to Power Hour.
Hey, thank you Renuka. Hello friends, Own Sweet Home and welcome to my show, Power Hour with Amit Inamdar. In this low inventory markets of the Bay Area real estate, sales are driven by lower supply of homes rather than higher demand. I mean, demand is no doubt relatively high, but at the same time it's the lower supply that is making the prices go up. However, some Bay Area markets are selective where some homes are commanding multiple offers and other homes are just sitting on the market longer. As the home prices climb higher and higher, sellers, in the hope of making more money, may do things that may actually hurt them than help them. Today's show is designed to identify these 10 mistakes sellers make when selling a home. Sellers always have plans for the sales proceeds, whether it is for purchasing another home or relocating to another state or paying down other debt or tuition for the kids or plan a grand wedding. Whichever case may be, they need their funds on time, and to achieve that goal, here are some of the mistakes they should avoid.
Listeners, if you have any questions today about real estate, loans or today's topic, top 10 mistakes sellers make when selling a home, Amit will answer them right here for you on the radio. Just send your question via text to 415-234-HOME, 415-234-HOME. So Amit, in hot markets where anything sells, what mistakes sellers can make?
Well, Zig Ziglar once said, success occurs when opportunity meets preparation. In case of home sale, opportunity is for making the most of your investment you already own, which is your house. And preparations involve many factors like, of course, preparing your home for sale. That's number one. Whether it is doing minor fixes or cleaning or remodeling, or upgrading the condition of the home. Other factors seller may not be aware of include things like review of the preliminary title report to make sure there are no liens on the property that should not be there. The property is held in the names of the sellers and there are no clouds on title. Evaluating of HOA documents to make sure that there are no rental restrictions in case investors offers a compelling price for the home. And some HOAs have like a HOA move out inspections to make sure the homeowner hasn't done any unauthorized upgrades inside which look different than most of the other homes. So those are important. So the preparations also include seller education in their role in the selling process. So the word preparation that goes with the home selling has a broader meaning.
So tell us the first mistake the sellers make in selling the home.
First mistake sellers make is being a FSBO, FSBO, that is for sale by owner. This week, I got an email from a seller asking me if they required to do some specific things when selling. Seller indicated that she had a all-cash buyer and they are going to close in 15 days. And the seller had no idea on the disclosures they were supposed to give. They had not verified the buyer's funds, even though the buyer was claiming that they are going to make all-cash offer, and they didn't know the contingencies in the contract that would have allowed this buyer to back out. So, don't do this at home, okay, being a for sale by owner. Just as a statistics, only 10% of the FSBOs actually sell. Ouch. and they also sell on an average 8% lower than what would have been sold for in the open market. Not only they do not know the required disclosures by law that they must provide to the buyer, they have no knowledge of preparing the home for sale, having to negotiate with multiple parties like buyers, the inspectors, the escrow and title companies, lenders, appraisers, and more. Additionally, they select the buyer just based on price and get hurt.
So that means FSBOs or FSBOs may not know how to evaluate a potential buyer.
This is such an important aspect, evaluating a potential buyer. Even the cash buyers back out due to multiple choices they have for their cash, and also not having the cash in this country when buying a home. When they are trying to bring the money from overseas in short period of time, that may not work sometimes. Selecting unqualified buyers and having them inspect the house and later buyer not qualified for the loan, irrespective of the high price they offered, may waste their precious time that homeowner had. So, not knowing buyer's ability to close from financial and emotional standpoint may be the biggest deterrent for being a FSBO.
So Amit, you talked about home preparations. So improperly preparing your home for sale, is that the mistake number 2?
Absolutely. I've seen homes that smell like smoke. They smell like pests and repulsive food. There are professional cleaning services to remove these odors. In addition to the odors, some sellers have tough time decluttering their home. Remember, buyers are coming to see your house so they can make it their home. Your clutter is yours, and buyers are not interested in that. In home preparation, it is critical to do upgrades that the market is looking for. I take help of the latest home buyer and home seller surveys to recommend upgrades to the sellers. Additionally, sellers should not go overboard with the improvements they want to make. And preparations are not limited to the home condition either. They also apply to reviewing your preliminary title report for any omissions and issues, HOA documents for any HOA restrictions on rental or otherwise, and planning a move knowing what the seller's needs and wants are, so negotiations can be planned properly when buyer wants to make an offer.
Okay, since I'm on the roll, Amit, I'm going to take over all the mistakes sellers make. The next one I have is mistake number 3, leaving it all for the agent to figure out.
Sure, agents that you're hiring may be area experts, but she is not your home expert. It's your home, and when you bought it for a reason. You bragged about your home purchase to your friends and family. How good a decision you had made, you told that to everyone. So when I work with you, I ask you questions. Answer to those questions are going to be the next buyer's bragging rights. Also, concerns you had when purchasing or during your home ownership are going to be possible objections for the prospective buyers are going to have. Knowing if those concerns were real or imaginary is critical in the selling process and in handling the buyer objections. These concerns can be noisy neighborhood, proximity to freeways, railway lines, industrial zones, quality of schools, and alike.
And buyer may have questions about the condition of the property. So the next mistake number 4 is not knowing the condition of the property yourself when selling the home.
Right. I'm currently representing a buyer and he is in contract on a home. We found non-working heating units and few other problems with the home. Now midway through the contract, seller has some surprises to face with. Seller should be familiar with the product they want to sell. That is just the basic requirement. Person selling any product should know about their own product. And in this case, the seller and seller's agent are going to be really surprised, with my buyer side strong negotiations, where they have non-working furnaces, they have non-working dishwashers, some of the heating elements on the cooking range do not work, things like that, and they have not disclosed that, and we found those in the inspection reports. Now we have to ask the seller to fix those or provide us with a new equipment. So when I've represented buyers, I've negotiated tens of thousands of dollars worth of repairs from the sellers who have made such mistakes. When home deficiencies and repairs are found during the transaction, sellers have not much time to shop around for contractors or choose a best option that will save them money. And the sellers end up spending more and effectively netting less on the home sale when they don't know the property condition themselves, like Renuka said.
Amit, I know that all these mistakes we are going over today are part of your 7-step Smart Move program. Do you want to tell our listeners more about your program?
Sure. The 7-step Smart Move program is designed to get top dollars for your home. Remember, there is no exact price for real estate. The price is where buyers and sellers agree on. Question is, how do you make buyer to agree to paying higher? This is where negotiation skills come into play. You have heard this again and again. I am a real estate negotiations expert. So the 7-step Smart Move program takes advantage of these negotiation tactics as well as the preparations required for a successful sale, including home pricing and aggressive marketing. Also, if your homes are not selling or are staying on the market, every seller must see this 7-step Smart Move program.
And to get hold of Amit, all you have to do is
234 home. You can text me there and I'll be able to respond, or you can always find me by searching my name on Google.
Thank you, Amit. So let's move on to the mistake number 5 sellers make. Lack of home showing etiquette.
Every home showing, remember sellers, every home showing is an opportunity to sell and you have to do your best to make it happen. How many times have you seen on television commercial where the user of the product is telling the benefits of the product rather than the owner of the product? When sellers stick around in the home to explain prospective buyers about the home features, trust me, buyers are not thrilled. Sellers can ruin the showing by refusing to leave the home or lurking in the background as buyers walk through the rooms. I have seen work from home sellers busy with their work in one room. When buyers see this, many of them do not even enter the room, and then the showing is not as perfect as it was supposed to be. Sometimes sellers are hesitant even to show the home, thereby greatly diminishing the chances of home being sold.
So listeners, you are listening to Power Hour with Amit Inamdar. We are halfway through the 10 mistakes sellers make when selling a home. We are going to get a short break and we'll be right back.
Have you joined the Happily Ever After Club?
Happily Ever After Club?
Happily Ever After Club. Membership is automatic once you buy your dream home from Amit Inamdar. He's both real estate and mortgage broker. One stop, no need to shop.
Oh, Amit Inamdar from Own Sweet Home.
Yes, that's Amit from OWN Own Sweet Home. Call him today, 510-364-6686. Again, 510-364-6686. Or visit ownsweethome.net. That is OWNOwnSweetHome.net. DRE number 0135552 and MLS 236574.
Welcome back, friends. This is Amit Inamdar. And if you are in the market to sell, buy or finance your home, you will get unbiased advice that will save you money. And that is my promise to you. To get hold of me, just Google my name, Amit Inamdar, real estate broker, and you will know ways to find me. Having all your questions answered at one location and one person means saving time, money, and having peace of mind that you're being cared for by someone like me who knows his business. Today we are talking about the important topic of 10 mistakes sellers make when selling a home.
So listeners, if you have any questions today about real estate, loans or today's topic, Amit will answer them for you right here, right now on the radio. Just send your question via text to 415-234-HOME, 415-234-HOME. And I'm going on with mistake number 6 is overpricing the home.
Home pricing, let me tell you, is one of the most valuable of all the mistakes sellers should not make. There may be many reasons like leaving room for negotiations, wanting more money from the sale, your home being the best on the block and more. However, remember, buyers will not pay more than they have to for any home. Home must be priced within 1 to 3% of its fair market value based on the market condition. Buyers are the most knowledgeable in the marketplace as they are visiting the homes every week, and they know consciously and subconsciously how much they should pay for a home they see. When I notice many expired listings in the marketplace, meaning those listings that did not sell during the specified listing period, those are called expired listings. Okay. One major factor is that the property is overpriced for its condition. You will see overpriced homes staying on the market longer and selling mostly below the asking price. So when you see a home having multiple offers, all it means is that it is priced low.
Yeah.
First of all, remember this: in open market, homes will sell for their fair market value when priced properly. Also, at any given time, there are fixed number of buyers for your neighborhood. The reason you flock to sale at Macy's and Bloomingdale's is they have attractive pricing. Home sale is no different. Overpricing will reduce the number of visits to the property. Less exposure means less demand and house staying on the market longer. Buyers expect homes to be negotiated downward if they are on the market longer. So you will typically get a lower price when overpricing a home than if you were to price the home correctly in the first place. Interest in the home is really high when the home first comes on the market, and it diminishes as the time passes.
So the next mistake number 8 the sellers make is making price reductions in the small amounts.
This is clear sign of the sellers being in denial, okay, when they make reductions in the small amounts. At this point, they are not in sync with the market. Do you think the house is priced at $1 million and reducing the price to $990 is going to attract more buyers? Definitely not, because that's like a negotiable range. Anybody could have made an offer at $990. Okay, so and also, do you think that the home did not sell because it was overpriced by maybe $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000? No. These are negotiable price ranges, and people can always offer $10,000, $20,000 below asking. So, as indicated before, if you price a home within 1 to 3% of the fair market value, you are okay, depending on the market. However, if you price it way higher, like 5 to 10% higher, then you need to have a reduction of 5 to 10% for buyers to revisit your property.
And listeners, to avoid such headaches later in the listing period, it is critical to hire a home valuation expert like Amit. He will show you the recent sales, show you the market trends, and help you understand the market demand so you can price your home appropriately.
I remember the recent home we sold here in Mission. I was asking the seller to price it higher, and he wanted to price it lower.
Yeah.
He ended up selling it higher than what we priced it at all. So it's like we know the market. So just because seller says let's price it lower, a lot of agents will jump on that opportunity, because they just want to get the sale done. And he was surprised, like I was holding out to kind of pricing it higher.
True.
So free pinpoint price analysis is one of the free services I offer, and it goes along with the free room-by-room review process. You get your valuation for the current market with as-is condition, as well as with upgrades and renovations that matter for the buyers in the market.
So listeners, if you are in the market to sell, Amit will guide you through the process of selling upfront rather than you learning along the way. Because what you do not know will cost you dearly. He will also guide you through the decision of buying first and selling later, or selling first and buying later. If you can be a landlord, Amit will show you that option as well. Remember, when you work with Amit, he uses his years of experience in both real estate and mortgages to guide you. And to get hold of Amit, just Google Amit Inamdar, real estate broker, and you will know ways to find Amit. We are moving on to mistake number 9 sellers make is selecting a wrong buyer.
This is a big one. All you're doing this whole selling of the house is to select a buyer, right? And you don't want to be selecting a wrong buyer. Imagine you selected a wrong buyer because of emotions or greed, and the buyer backed out after a couple of weeks. This means the property coming back on the market and restarting the marketing efforts again. Even though it may not be the fault of the property, other buyers see it as a weakness and they may lowball when buying your property. Knowing the property came back on the market, you may accept the lowball offer so you could move on. So it is critical to select the buyer who is financially strong and emotionally committed to the property and the neighborhood. If I sense any of these early, I take immediate corrective action and inform the sellers. With my expertise in both loans and home sales, I make sure the buyer we select is the one thing that you always wanted. Motivated buyer who is financially strong for your home.
Yes, the one thing that we do, we have done a show on that one.
Yeah, we do a whole show on this, selecting the buyer.
Yep.
Yeah.
So mistake number 10, Amit, sellers make. The biggest one, I think, is selecting a wrong agent.
I cannot emphasize this enough. I get amazed by the seller surveys that say they wish their agent was honest and ethical, communicated better. Agent should have worked hard and stayed on top of everything. Sellers wish the agent listened to their needs and negotiated both terms and price of the contract better. Sellers wish after the fact that they should have known the process of selling better and the agent should have put the correct listing price. One of the top concerns I see in these surveys is agent being honest and ethical. When you sell your $1 million asset and your main concern is the survey is agent should be honest and ethical, says a lot about who you choose typically. These are the basic traits of good agents like us always have. When you work with us, all these basic concerns are history and we work at very high level of respect and performance to get your house sold.
Thank you, Amit. Those are great 10 points every seller must be aware of. Sometimes there are things that you do not know, and you educating your clients on the process of selling upfront not only gives home sellers comfort but also keeps everyone accountable for what is the right thing to do.
So listeners, if you are thinking of selling, call me for comprehensive advice that will save you money. You may have questions about process of selling. I have a great webinar for you to see. The webinar covers 7 steps of selling a home, to get the most of the investment that you already own. You may have questions on whether to buy first or sell first. I can meet with you face to face, analyze your assets, debt, finances, home equity, and guide you. I do both loans and real estate, and using my extensive knowledge, I can guide you through the often confusing and hard decision-making process. I also provide free room-by-room review and show you upgrades and improvements that will bring most value for your investment. Pinpoint price analysis I provide is based on your home condition and market dynamics. And my sellers always come out ahead when they work with me.
So Amit, we have a question from Ganesh and he wants to know how much time in advance he should start the home sale process.
Okay, thank you Ganesh. Okay. There is a lot of planning that has to happen when you are going to sell your home or your house. When you sell, you have to move to another home. So the move has to be planned. We also want to get pictures of the home from springtime if you are planning to sell in fall. And then there are other issues. When I'm representing sellers, my purpose is to get the top dollars for the seller's home. So getting the highest price in shortest possible time with least amount of headaches is every seller's requirement. So when I engage with sellers, I offer these free services that I mentioned which are going to help you. So always plan your move in advance.
Experience shows that our clients and in fact most home sellers are looking for a simple, convenient way to learn about the selling process. By providing this information
our webinar.
In our webinar, it's for homeowners to sell their homes faster, smarter, and easier. Every market is different and requires a customized approach to get your home sold fast and for top dollars. And it is important to find out what you can do today to get that most money on your home sale in future. So visit Amit's website ownsweethome.net, OWNsweethome.net, and request free services, room by room review, pinpoint price analysis. And to get to Amit's website, Amit Inamdar, real estate broker, just search on Google.
Remember, when you sell, my goal is to get you the highest price in shortest possible time and with the least amount of inconvenience to you. So thank you for listening. Have a great weekend. Own Sweet Home, and I'll see you next week.
Have you joined the Happily Ever After Club?
Happily Ever After Club?
हाँ, Happily Ever After Club. Membership is automatic once you buy your dream home from Amit Inamdar. He is both real estate and mortgage broker. One stop, no need to shop.
Oh, Amit Inamdar from Own Sweet Home.
Yes, that's Amit from OWN Own Sweet Home. Call him today, 510-364-6686. Again, 510-364-6686. Or visit ownsweethome.net. That is OWN ownsweethome.net.
DRE number 0135552 NMLS 236574.
The views, opinions, and statements